Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday, May 19th, and it's time for What's in the Box. I am exhausted. Thank you to everyone that showed up this last weekend to Geek Meet. It was a very fun day. A lot of work went into that show for some reason. I don't know what happened with me. Maybe it's just me getting old, but it was a long day. It was a long day, and then turned into a long weekend. So I haven't even started my day, and I'm already dreaming of going to bed. It's one of those. So if you plan on coming in today, take it easy on me. I may be moving a little bit slower than normal, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. But beyond that, again, thank you for everybody that showed up. I know that everybody that I spoke to had a good time. A lot of people did find some cool things around. So I'm always happy to see, some of my loyal customers showing up to these shows and then expanding their collections, finding stuff from other vendors, and being happy with finding some of those hard to find items. So congrats to everybody that was able to take advantage of that. And again, thank you for everything that you guys do for me. So beyond that, the next show that we'll be looking at, let's see, we're in May, so June, we'll be having the Crawfordsville Strawberry Festival here in about a month. That is a local event that goes on for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's a crafter market fair kind of deal. Hopefully it doesn't rain, but it seems to rain about 85% of the time for that festival. It's just, it always happens. It's either scorching hot, 100 degrees, and you're sweating all day, or it's 85 degrees and pouring rain. So there's never a middle ground with that show, but that's totally fine. That's what we expect. We get into it and we prepare accordingly. But anyway, look up the dates on that. Again, Crawfordsville Strawberry Festival. I will be showing off some of my movie boxes that I have in store here. My wife does all the other crafty things. We'll be doing some mystery bags, bundles there as well for the kiddos. And just having a true mix of things. We mostly showcase our crafty items and vendor friends and things of that nature. So that will be the intent. There won't be a ton of comics. There won't be any cards, just because that's a different type of event. You want to see those things, come in the store where they're well protected and they're not going to get rained on. So, yeah. As far as today is concerned, I have a short box of random things to show off. It's all across the spectrum, this box is. And then I got a shipment back from CGC that is all modern stuff. I believe everything in this shipment belongs to a customer of mine, so there shouldn't be any of this stuff for sale unless my customer reaches out to me directly and says, hey, if anybody expresses interest in that, here's my price. And then at that point, I will let you know. But otherwise, it should be all customer items that have returned. And we want to show them off because that's what we do. Everybody likes seeing their stuff online. So as far as today is concerned, starting off with All-Star Western from the new 52. That is number 1 and number 3. So if you're a Western fan, that is pretty rad. And then here is a small chunk of Lord of the Hidden Jungle Khazar. There's a few numbers here to be shown off. Khazar is kind of cool. Obviously, Marvel's attempt at Conan, at Tarzan, not Conan, at Tarzan. And then intertwining the lore with the Savage Land, which is X-Men related. Conan the Barbarian, number 50, 74 and 77. So there's a couple Conans in there. Ooh, let's see. And then I'm skipping over a few things here just because it's not really noteworthy. Luke Cage, number 27. And this is actually kind of cool. This is Luke Cage number 33, but this is the price variant. So not a lot of people know or look for these, but that's usually 25 cents. And then there were some variants that got released that were at 30 cents because they were testing the market. And then those are harder to find, because people either didn't get them because of the increase, or maybe they released them late and didn't get the chance to be on the market for very long. Masters of Kung Fu starting at number 29. Trying to get the glare off of there for you guys. But if you're a Kung Fu fan or a Master of Kung Fu fan, Shang-Chi fan, there's some cool things. Let's see, skipping through some of these. Chunk of Superman. This is the first Bloodsport appearance. Funeral for a Friend. Some later issues of Superman when he, had the blue outfit, red outfit. So just kind of some oddball stuff there. Let's see, some Action Comics. Squadron Supreme #1. This is kind of cool. You don't really get to see these displayed all together, but these are all the anniversary issues for Spider-Man. So this is the second print. Notice how the hologram in the center is gold versus silver. But you get to see the anniversary collection. So if you're looking for one of these, or if you're looking for the whole set, so there you go. There's the first print versus second print, the gold print. Gold print can be kind of hard to find. So if you are a completionist, seeking out the gold prints, can be worth the effort. They're not really worth more than the second or than the first print, the silver hologram. So it makes it, kind of worth the effort. So you're not overspending. But yeah, just throwing it out there. A stack of Transformer stuff. So these are all reader copies. So notice Headmasters, I believe 2 and 3. This is the movie, #2 and #3. And then into the actual main line here. So if you're wanting a list of numbers, let me know. This is just a nice little chunk of reader copies for Transformers. Most of these are $2 or $3 a piece. So again, if you're looking to fill a hole, looking for some random issues, that's a good opportunity for you to do so. Transformers is one of those titles that every show, including this last show at Geek Meet, I had people coming up looking for Transformer issues. So, they are always in demand. Always, always in demand. Now, I've got a really good chunk of Justice League of America. So the earliest issue here I have is 126, and then it kind of jumps up. Not going to read the numbers here, but again, if you're interested in some of the titles, let me know. That one was the death of Mr. Terrific. So if you are a Mr. Terrific fan, I know one of these issues is the debut, I think it's this one, debut of Zatanna's new outfit, which was like the fishnets and top hat and things like that. But yeah, so there's some issues with Zatanna in it. So if you're interested in those, of course, just let me know. Again, most of these are mid-grade copies. But yeah, look at the 2 giant handfuls of Justice League of America. I mean, I personally was collecting Justice League for a while just because I stumbled into a bunch of like real early issues, stuff in like the 60s, 50s, 70s, and 80s. Issue numbers, not the years. But the, you kind of, play the hand you're dealt, right? And so I've got some older Justice League in my collection, but I kind of paused on that, trying to focus on, the stuff that I'm actually like really interested in, Ninja Turtles, X-Men, stuff like that. Mr. Miracle #12. How about a Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid? That one is issue #3. Hanna-Barbera Laugh Olympics. Number 9. So that's kind of a hard one to find. Early Hanna-Barbera stuff is always kind of tricky. Iron Fist #6. So that one's a good one. Alpha Flight #2. New Mutants #8. A whole bunch of Darker Image #1, which was the debut of Mad Max. So again, if you're a Sam Keith fan that passed away and you're looking for Mad Max stuff, this is technically his first appearance. There's a bit of a debut of him in there, a few pages that kind of preview him, talk about him. Bone #23, had 2 issues of that, kind of random. Death Blow #0, this is a Jim Lee cover. So that one is pretty cool. Cyber Frog #1, Volume 2, so it's not the super expensive, super rare one, but Cyber Frog. X-Men #1, the Storm cover. Black Flag #1, this is a Todd McFarlane cover. So I grabbed it and priced it instead of throwing it in the dollar bin because it can bring a couple bucks. Weird Worlds #9, featuring Iron Wolf. Shazam 17. Let's see, anything else that's cool? Marvel Presents #8. Marvel Spotlight #23. Let's see. And then Defenders #37. Creatures on the Loose #21 and 22. So if you're into the horror genre or just some of the obscure genre, that's in there. But anyway, yeah, so that was our short box for the day. Give me one moment to make some room, and then I will get to our slabs. Because I know that's what all of you want to see are the slabs. Again, the books. Some of these books started here, made their way through my cleaner and presser, and then made their way to CGC, and then came back. They're all beautiful. They're always beautiful. How about Absolute Batman 9/8? #1. I know we've seen a lot of those, but it just always brings me joy to know that that came off my shelf and then got graded accordingly. Gen 13 Bootleg. This is #18. Came back in 9/4. Not quite sure the significance of this book. I know, it's like a risque cover. That might just be the only reason why it's as expensive as it is, but it is. And then this one, I know my customer is quite happy with that. West Coast Avengers #7. You got kind of an homage to Star Wars there on the cover. What's significant about this? First appearance of Jeff the Shark. He obviously, his popularity has been growing quite substantially in the last several years. This is his first appearance, a 9/8 copy. That is a $400 book right now. We looked it up when we were talking over the weekend. Now, there is a giant stack of Boba Fett stuff. One of my customers is a huge Boba Fett fan, Star Wars fan, and got all of these set up to be graded. But this is Star Wars Darth Vader #1, Panini Mexico variant cover. Came back in 8/5. That book was actually kind of rough when he gave it to me, but my cleaner did a pretty good job on that. Star Wars #1, Heroes and Fantasies edition, an homage to Spider-Man 129. We've got Boba Fett Black, White, and Blood #1, or Black, White, and Red, I should say. Not Blood, since they didn't red band it. Here's another Black, White, and Red. This is the 1 in 25 variant, I believe, or one of these are, so we'll see. It might have been this one, Black, White, and Red. The U variant cover. Yeah. Beautiful books. Beautiful, beautiful books. Star Wars Bounty Hunters #1. Again, a 9/8. Just knocking these out of the park. Bounty Hunters #2. This came back in 9/4, but just a beautiful cover. Love the green. Love, love, love the green. That's a big book. That would be a good one to have. Star Wars Bounty Hunters #3. Just love all these Boba Fett covers. And then last but not least of the Boba Fetts, War of the Bounty Hunters #5. Again with the bounties. 9/8. So hopefully, Josh, good job. Hopefully you're happy with the outcome of those. Those will display awesomely. Now this one, we've seen a few of these come through the store. This one's pretty fun. Amazing Spider-Man 252 8.5 with the custom label on it. That's a great book. Again, these are all customer books. None of these will be for sale. Here's Secrets of Haunted House number 42 newsstand edition. Came back in 8. Just a beautiful skull cover on that one. Super rad. Just one of those covers that when you see it, you're just like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Epitaphs of the Abyss number 11. If you remember last week's video, we had a bunch of horror magazines come through. This is the same gentleman that submitted these kind of horror covers, if you will. He had the one with the witch on the stake with the demons flying through it, and he thought this would pair nicely with it, with displaying it. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. He's also a huge Frankenstein fan. So we got Invaders number 31 graded, came back in 9.6 on a super, I wouldn't say super old, was that 78? You don't see a lot of high grades on these things, so a 9.6 on an Invaders it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. That's respectable. Again, this cover, we just wanted to get it preserved. Secrets of Haunted House number 5, classic pumpkin cover. Come on in. Is what it is, for sure. Just wanted to get it preserved the best of our ability. And then this, we saw this one come through before when it was one of mine. I wanted to show it off in one of my videos. I purchased it as is, but this one we actually got it sent off. I always love seeing this book. But Iron Fist number 14, first appearance of Sabretooth, came back as 7.5. Just a really cool, super cool book. Again, if you can't afford a first appearance of Wolverine, then let's go Wolverine adjacent. Let's get Sabretooth and Omega Red and Maverick and some of these other guys that, the covers on those books are beautiful and much more affordable than a first appearance of Wolverine. But anyway, so that's what we got today. Ton of slabs, like I said, they're all customer stuff. So, sorry to disappoint you guys if that was something that you guys have been looking for. But, you can message me if you might be interested in them. I can always reach out to the customer. I can tell you all those Star Wars books are going to be held on to. But we'll see what happens on the rest, right? So, beyond that, have a good day. Tomorrow's new comic book day. Much anticipated Absolute Green Arrow number 1 is hitting the shelf tomorrow. I know that's going to be a highly requested book. I think I only have 30 copies coming in because while it was has a lot of buzz around it, I didn't have a lot of people sign up for subscriptions, and I haven't had a lot of people come in and request it yet. So I had to be modest somewhat on my ordering. 30 copies is still quite a few. But if that's something that you're after, then make sure that you are messaging me to get on that list. So until then, have a good day. Enjoy the weather while we have it. Might be a little rainy this afternoon. I'm going to go take a really quick nap before I open at noon. And then we'll see what happens beyond that. So have a good day. Excelsior.